drawers opening, closing, odd and scary nightmares. Stains on the wall that can't be painted over.
What? The door opening and closing. And the sound effects.
But I have a picture on our Facebook page of the door of this thing, the wood grains. I showed it to you last night. It's like this demonic face on that door. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it was fairly clear, too. I seen it, and I'm one that's a little more careful when someone says, I see this, I see that, and I look and I go, it's not.
Yeah.
But in this case, I seen it right away. I was like, yeah. There it is.
And now room 428 is
a wooden Satan.
Well, everybody around there in the dorm and stuff, I mean, you can search this out online, and people are talking about all these haunting experiences they have. So they had to close up the room. It's no longer a dorm room. They turn into like this makeshift boiler room, and they removed the whole wall because they couldn't get the stains to come out. It just kept coming back over under the paint or whatever.
Well, blood will do that anyways.
Will it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not...
Yeah, I'm going to have to pretty much go with an oil-based primer or something like that, something that's going to have an effect that take care of certain kind of stains, grease, oils, things like that. Then
now, there's something else interesting is that
the oil-based, you're always
I'm not going to listen to your oil-base. Oh. You want to do your Home Depot commercial later. So, 5 local cemeteries on the map in this city, okay? They connect and they make a pentagram. Yep. And guess what's in the middle?
Pentagram.
Wilson Hall.
Yeah, you can see that on the website, too.
Yep, on the Facebook page. I have a picture of that, too.
Hashtag Scott is cool.
Hashtag sympathy for Heidi. But, so, I don't know. Wilson Hall is like the hot spot. And they actually, I don't even know if they do tours or not. But
sweet.
It's pretty freaky, all that stuff, don't you think?
Freaky, yeah.
But they talk about all the haunting. I mean, everybody that's there talks about...
You talk fast.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you're really fast.
Everyone that's there.
You didn't have to get into the romances. We're not looking for the evening voice of Heidi Linden.
Well, you do it. You do it.
'Cause the people demand it.
They do.
They demand.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Island of the Haunted Dolls.
It doesn't say island. It says Island.
Island.
Hey,
remember we watched Josh Gates?
Yeah. Destination Truth.
Yeah, I love that show. And we saw
We got to see that episode of them, right?
Do you remember what happened when he was there?
He pooped himself.
He got scared.
Well,
they had the cameras on in the room.
Yeah.
And then that doll started crying by itself.
And then it floated over to him and it started hitting him in the head.
No, the doll did not float. Oh. And then the eye blinked by itself. That was pretty creepy.
Rapidly,
we saw
many times.
Yeah. So if you guys ever can find Destination Truth episode with the Island of the Haunted Dolls, it's a really good one.
Yeah. Even if nothing happened on that island, just the fact that all these creepy dolls are there, and now that they're kind of old and weathered and faded, and their hair's messed up, and there's it's just creepy just by itself. Hundreds of dolls, maybe thousands.
There's over 2,000.
Over 2,000 dolls, and now we know why they came up with Barbie.
Oh.
Yeah, because these ones were got them glass eyes.
They're all creepy, like that doll in Toy Story, the one that's half. Yeah. Well, okay, so let's tell our listeners about this. So Mexico, it's the southern area of Mexico City. It's a small island. Now, for decades, it's been going on for decades. Hundreds of disturbing, derelict dolls. But they say some kind of spirits live there. It's a man-made island. It was created by the Aztecs. It was to serve as this floating garden where food was grown. Yes. Okay, so imagine your boat pulls up to this island and it's creepy Christmas ornaments in the trees. Splash! Soulless eyes of dolls bunched together on wood posts.
Oh.
Peeling fat limbs dangling from clotheslines, decaying stringy-haired baby dolls nailed to walls, decapitated heads impaled on stakes.
Impaled.
Impaled?
Yes, impaled.
Oh, what's palled? Impaled.
I don't know. That's like if you have you pull.
I don't know.
If pull.
Impaled. Oh, yeah.
Impaled, yes.
That's right, impaled on stakes. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that would be scary to see that.
It's like gnomes from hell.
Gnomes.
It is.
I'd be freaked out. I would be turn this boat around and say, no love boat. So what the story is that this island caretaker Don Julian Santera, Okay, in 1950, he says he saw this little girl drowning, and he wasn't able to save her. So shortly after, he sees this floating doll near the canals. He thinks it was a sign that the little girl's spirits...
There we go with signs. People and their signs.
Signs,
Everywhere signs. Breaking my spirit, breaking my mind.
So, yeah, I think that was a little goofy, but that's what he thought. So... what does he do? Hey, I got an idea. I just saw a girl die, so let's pick up her doll and put it on a stick. I mean, who does that?
Obviously, he does.
Yeah, John, Juan, Julian, Sena, Rana,
I will take doll and put on stick. Yes.
Yeah, so he hangs it to a tree, and he says it was haunted by the spirit of the girl. And he started hanging more dolls.
More dolls.
To keep her company.
Got to have friends.
He says that all these dolls were possessed, or there were more spirits, by this girl. And for some reason, he just continued to collect dolls, hanging them over the entire island. You know what doll freaked me out?
Which doll freaked you out, Heidi?
Brady Bunch. Cindy's Kitty Carryall. That doll freaked me. Like, she was talking to that doll a lot. Yeah, I think she was a little loony.
You kind of know she really don't have much of a job
she's
now.
She's carrying that... carrying that thing, and then the doll's eyes were like blink, blink, and that doll was creepy to me. Yeah, that doll's probably on the island now.
Deep breath.
Okay,
we can get through this. Okay. We can get through this.
Right. So, the people that were close to this guy say that something dark was driving him because his whole personality completely changed. So, after 50 years of collecting these dolls,
50 years.
That's a long time.
Getting a little weird.
He was found dead, and he ironically drowned in the same spot where the girl did. So that's a little creepy. You know,
tourists do go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
I guess if I was in the general area, I mean, I wouldn't be like.
I'd go with
I'm gonna go
a gallon of holy water. Just
water can't be holy.
I know it's a joke.
Besides that, it's an island.
There's
plenty of water.
Well, I would go.
Maybe if you just put a hole in the center of the island, it'll sink.
Well, that's pretty creepy. It'd probably come back up or something.
Not if you put a hole in the middle. It's like pulling the plug.
It's supernatural. There's a lot of dolls. The dolls would be floating in the water.
Supernatural.
Well, people hear whispering. People are hearing whispering among the dolls in the trees. The dolls move their heads and arms and even open their eyes, which we actually saw on that episode of.
Why don't we get the Barbie RV?
And people go by on the boat, and they say that they are compelled to go to this island. As creepy as it is, and they don't want to, but they do. So
it's kind of like a June bug. Now, maybe not everybody has June bug.
A June bug?
Yeah, June bug. He comes out in June, and he spends here he is, 11 months out of the year doing nothing but laying in the ground. And then June comes along. He's like, he wakes up. I got to get to the flashlight. To the window again. And that's all he does for a month until he's dead again and he's back in the dirt.
So that's what these people are doing.
They're doing the same thing. They're going by in their boat, though.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that? I don't know. We got to go.
And they crash into the dolls. Yeah.
They crash into the dolls.
Well, these tourists bring their own dolls, too. Because they just think it's sort of cool.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, so now everybody's bringing dolls.
It's become a doll epidemic.
Ugh. I don't know. It's creepy. It's interesting. It's like it's fascinating and creepy at the same time. I don't know. So
let's just stick with creepy.
Okay. Another place that I want to talk about is, I think it's called Greyfriars Kirkyard. So.
Gorgeous Scotland.
Yeah. Edinburgh.
Haunted graveyard. But aren't all.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cemeteries dating back to the 1560s.
That's a long time.
Do you know how many people were dead in that graveyard?
How many?
All of them.
All of them. Yes. Yes. Great. I was like, how do you know this number?
That's right. I know this.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
I hear they're dying to get into those places.
Oh, please. Really?
Yeah.
So, this Greyfriars Kirkyard in Scotland.
But I gotta say, the company's not that great. People are a little stiff.
Oh, my. Are we done?
They're just cold-blooded.
I wish I was right now. So, they say that they have a poltergeist. They call them the Mackenzie poltergeist.
What's with the poltergeist? Everything's a poltergeist.
I think they're saying a poltergeist is like a really mean spirit. But
poltergeist description is one that makes noise, right?
Yeah. Don't they all? More or less, they try to.
Well, I guess if you know they exist at all, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah, so they're all poltergeists. I just don't buy this.
Let's say silent ghost that's invisible.
I'm on the fence with the poltergeist thing. I don't know. You know me. I'm more I think it's more demonic, but...
Everything's a demon with you, Heidi.
I know. What's with the demons, Heidi? I know. So,
all right, let's stay focused. Come
I'm
on.
trying, man. So it's basically, they think it's the spirit of George Mackenzie, who he was nicknamed Bloody Mackenzie because he was like this total inhumane prosecutor.
Yeah.
So I believe that this place has many spirits because in 1999, okay, this homeless guy, he's looking for a spot to sleep. I guess it's raining, it's cold, so I got to let's break into the mausoleum.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, so I guess if you're desperate, that's what you're going to do. So he breaks in, and he's in this, like, where they put the dead bodies. He sees an iron gate on the floor, and there's, like, this stone staircase winding down. He decides to go down.
Sure, that's exactly what you do. What could possibly be down in the bottom of this thing,
There's 4 wooden coffins, so he's like, hey, let's see if I can rob them.
Better yet, now let's think. The guy is homeless. He's got no place to go. Is that not some sort of makeshift home?
You would think.
Roof, door, bedding.
Oh, bedding.
Huh?
Bedding for vampires. I don't know.
Have a lot of bony friends.
Oh, God. This is so ridiculous. So he decides he's going to break them open to see, because he wants to rob whatever's in there. He breaks them open, and the ground beneath caves in. He falls underneath, and he is in a mosh pit of half-decomposed bodies.
Happens.
Ew.
What are all them peep dotties doing in there?
Well, here's the thing is that this graveyard was connected to something called the Covenant's Prison. In 1679, the prison was sort of like a makeshift prison for political rebels and criminals, and this Mackenzie guy had a lot to do with it, too.
They just threw him in a big hole.
Yeah.
And then down the road, they built this thing on top of it.
Yep. Like that movie Poltergeist. So for over 4 months, men were held without any shelter and food, and some died, and some were executed. So now you've got bones and spirits and all kinds of stuff. So now they're saying that this guy, when this happened, disturbed them and released all this junk. And the stories behind this graveyard are crazy. I mean, we're talking in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
And we're talking recent stuff yet.
Yeah, it's still going on to this day. The spirits are aggressive and active.
Since like the late 1990s, over 500 people claim attacked, scratched, feeling old.
No, cold. They were feeling cold. That was a typo. Sorry. They're feeling really old. Wait, that graveyard makes me feel like I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna stop laughing now. All right.
Hot spot, strangled, bruise. This says slapped hair. What is slapped hair?
I'm not going to be able to stop laughing.
A lot of this stuff we do improv, but we obviously have notes. And
they're
I read
bruised
some of the
and
notes.
slapped, and their hair is being pulled, and they're
Okay.
kicked. I don't think you should read my notes because I'm sorry, it's my fault. So yeah, that's what's going
Well, they're
on.
feeling old. That's what you wrote.
I just want all the listeners to know I'm crying right now because I'm laughing so hard. Okay, so close to 200 people have been knocked unconscious there. I don't mean to laugh.
Unexplained fires break out, lots of dead wildlife. Look what we're reading, and you're laughing. This is horrible.
It's so sad.
And the thing
That's
is,
why I'm
it's
crying.
live. There's nothing we can do about it.
sorry.
How do these actors do it? How do they
I don't
contain
know.
themselves?
That's why I'm not an actor. I could never do it. But, okay, but for real, though, 200 people being knocked unconscious, that's pretty crazy. Isn't it? I'm so sad for them. I'm sorry. I can't.
People claim these things happen after they leave as well. There have been 2 failed attempts at exorcisms, only to have one of the exorcists that actually died a week later from a heart attack.
That's crazy. You hear that happen a lot, though, when you have exorcists and stuff. They'll a week or 2 later, they have heart attacks. I think it's just so stressful for them. I mean, when you try to exorcise a demon, it's pretty stressful.
I'm just trying to do my best to take over here on this area.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Live from New York. Do you...
This happened to Jimmy Fallon. Did you see that episode of Jimmy Fallon? I forgot what guy he had on. And they were trying to do some kind of bit. They laughed because I watched the actual episode that was unedited. They laughed for so stinking long. And you watch the video, you don't even know what they're laughing at. I don't even think they know what they're laughing at. And you're just laughing with them. It's so funny. So I feel like Jimmy Fallon right now. What's up, Jimmy? All right.
Okay, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
If you think you can contain yourself.
Yeah, I think I can.